What is that? Goats? Meow! Meow! No? I don't know what goat sounds like, but I don't know what that was, but meow! What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be working on the wagon. Well, actually not working on the wagon, but we're going to be prepping some parts that's going to be going on the wagon. So I know some of you guys have been asking me about updates with the CRX and the coupe. So I've only posted the coupe up for sale once, and I haven't pushed any sales after that. I had a lot of flakers, a lot of interested buyers that never even showed up. I had somebody who lowballed me like right here in my house after he you know, agreed to pay the price. And the car has just been sitting over there since, and I've taken the battery out of that to you know, get the wagon to turn on, because the battery in the coupe was originally the wagon anyways. So now it's just collecting dust. Now the all-wheel drive CRX, guys, if you guys remembered a few videos ago, I removed the engine from it like a week before Race Wars, and my engine builder told me that the engine was going to come the next day, and it's been about 3 weeks now. I still don't have a motor. So when the engine came out, the car went out of commission, and I was not going to put back the B20 VTEC. It was either throw in another stock motor like a GSR that I was supposed to be rebuilding here soon, or the built motor itself. Now because the coupe is still here, the truck can't come on board, and I can't touch the all-wheel drive CRX because I don't have an engine. That means I'm gonna at least start doing something with the wagon. Now if you guys remembered, I said 50K we were gonna go all-wheel drive, and here we are 70K, and I still haven't done anything to the car. Now I did just recently race it, so I know that the car runs and drives other than the smoke, but I know that it runs and drives, so I don't technically need the new motor to do the all-wheel drive conversion. So that means I'm going to start prepping all the parts that's going to be going into the car today. So I have my trailing arms out here on the table, and I also forgot that this didn't even have the drum on it, and I believe it's on the side over there, super rusted out. But needless to say, I do have those drums right there that came off of the CRX trailing arms, as well as these brake shoes right here, as well as the rear cylinders right here. This was new. These guys were new, as well as those guys were new, but that was kind of exposed to the element, but not on the inside, so they're still good. Definitely better than the ones over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously disassemble everything here. All of the springs are all rusted in place, and I did keep everything from the other trailing arm because I did go disc, and I kept it disc because this car is a 90. It came with rear disc SI model, and also I had another set of trailing arms with the rotor and the calipers. But in this case, if I was to go disc, I would have to buy new rotors, new calipers, and all of that jazz. My goal here is again to disassemble everything and scrub this up really nicely, clean all of this up, and paint it nice gloss black. And then we have over here some blocks, trailing arm spherical bushings, which goes in place of the stock unit. Now you can see I'm already missing one wishbone, so it only makes sense to just use this since I have it sitting around. So funny thing, guys, earlier I started taking out the hub assembly from the left side trailing arm, and just realized that this wasn't the one that needed the wheel bearing replaced. This one's actually pretty good. There's no play in it whatsoever, and that one was the one that needed to be replaced. I'll show you guys in the last clip. Now I left this whole assembly still attached because this does not come off until this comes off, and there's no reason to take this off if I'm not changing the bearing. Now I could, yes, change both bearings, but you know, to save a little bit of money, don't change or fix something that's not broken, right? So I can still get around cleaning in between all of this before prepping it for paint, and I left that on here. Now this one, I took it to the press in the backyard, and I couldn't find any of the iron like spacers to prop this onto the press. I don't know what my dad did with it, but I couldn't get this to sit still, attempting to press out the bearing and the hub itself. So I brought it back into the garage, propped it up with some jack stands on 3 sides, and this one over here is on the low control arm tab, because if I tried hammering that with this holding on to the shield, I'd probably bend that. To remove the hub, I took a socket to the size of the race, which was probably this guy right here, and I gave it maybe like good 3 whacks. The hub came off. Now the race is always going to get stuck on the hub, and then you have to flip this over, remove the snap ring right on the front side of the bearing, this guy right here, and then I flipped it around, put it back on the stand, used a 32mm socket, right, and maybe 10 whacks. That bearing fell out. So now I got to order a rear bearing for RT 4-wheel drive trailing arm. Not sure if there's any cross-reference number to, like, you know, a Honda Insight front hub bearing or CRV. I'm not sure if they're the same, but I got to find a new bearing, obviously, and then when I put that back in, I'm definitely going to use the press. I've been running around all morning, right? And I was hanging out with my buddy at his shop, and we were checking out his car, which is a mile-built LS Turbo. And we were kind of just going through everything that he has, because his car is going to be coming here soon. That means you guys are going to be seeing it soon as well too. And we're doing a GSR VTEC head conversion, swapping out the cast eBay turbo kit to a BWR ram horn style turbo kit, and he's going to turn it up to make a ton more power than the car currently makes. And then I also went to the shop where my engine is at, Synergy Auto Works. I went to go drop off an oil pan and a pickup tube for a GSR he's doing for a customer, and also a CRX passenger quarter glass that I had left over from the H22 CRX, because we did Lexan windows from Y&S. And while I was over there, I kind of asked, hey, like updates on my engine, and they had just gotten it back today, which means the assembly is going to start soon. And Knox said the motor should be done Thursday this week or Friday the latest. And then Mike goes, gap the rings, and I'm gonna assemble it tomorrow. So I'm crossing fingers my motor for the CRX comes back tomorrow, guys. And if that is the case, that means I'm gonna have to put a little halt on the all-wheel drive stuff for the wagon, so we can start assembling the motor for the all-wheel drive CRX, because I am trying to get this car ready for October 20th for CMI Fall Fling. Just came back from O'Reilly's, got a brand new national wheel bearing, part number B-35 for the wagon rear hubs, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up right there. I'm gonna take that to the backyard to the press and get this pressed in, as well as the hub. Hope all goes well so we can further make progress and paint them trailing arms. Got the inside of this all nice and cleaned out because I did wash it yesterday, so I had a little surface rust. Oh no, maxed out. Now be sure to put on the backing plate right here for the drum before pressing in the hub. Here we have the hub installed, and we have no more play, boys. No more play. Oh yeah. So I'm just gonna lay it flat out right here, paint the first side, and then I'm gonna let it dry. This right here you can get at Home Depot for like 98 cents. And it dries really fast. Even the gloss dries really fast. So I'm just gonna spray the front side, give it like 2 coats, bombing, and then once it dries, I'm gonna hit the back side a little bit. Really not gonna see that, but at least do it while I'm doing this whole thing anyway. So let's spray. Damn guys, so it is 11:29 right now, and I didn't get any progress on the trailing arms, and the only thing I've done to it was whatever you guys saw in the last clip, which was painting the trailing arm a semi-gloss black, both of them, right? And I also painted the drum, which are semi-new, gunmetal, to kind of offset the trailing arm a little bit. Nice and gunmetal colored there. But I didn't get to cleaning the rest of the parts, like brake lines. I'm not using any of this stuff. I do have all of the other semi-new parts in that box. And I also didn't get to the block spherical trailing arm bushing install. So just a minute ago, my buddy Josh just left, and he actually came over here to check out the coupe over there, and he's interested, and he can't pull out my asking price from the bank at this time, so he has to wait until tomorrow. He came by, checked it out, so on and so forth, and he's interested in buying it tomorrow. So we were hanging out, chilling, chopping it up, catching up, and it's 11:30 now. Don't want to make any more noise, and pretty much is gonna wrap up this video. But just know, guys, progress is better than no progress. So I am going to cut it short. I still got to clean up and everything, and obviously you guys should know by now, my motor should hopefully be back tomorrow for the all-wheel drive CRX. So that's going to be coming here shortly, and obviously we're making progress on the all-wheel drive stuff for the Wagon. And if you guys are stoked for either or of the updates for these two cars, be sure to hit the like button. And if you guys want to stick around for the progress update between the two cars, because it's going to vary depending on which one comes first, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Sorry for keeping it low voice because children, kids, they're all sleeping for school tomorrow. But with that being said, guys, I want to appreciate y'all for tuning in once again. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.